wanted to look at your levels.
Well, now I can see exactly where it is. Usually, okay, so this is talking. Usually I'm talking like this, and it's like, oh, I'm yelling. You guys can hear me just fine when I talk here.
I usually fix it in post.
Oh, so you fix it. It's something that doesn't have to be fixed. If you guys would just tell me, I have no problem saying, Shana, you're whispering. Why do you guys have a problem saying, Brittany, you're yelling?
I don't know. Like I said, I never put the headphones on, and I don't know
whispering.
how I sound. It's a normal talk.
I think I just can't hear. No, so I really can't hear my left ear. So I think it's like degenerative hearing loss or something like that. My grandfather wears hearing aids. My mother needs to wear hearing aids. She refuses to wear them. And I can't hear. When I get off the plane, there's nothing. And Matt's always on my left side. And he's like, I'm talking to you. I was like, bro, I really can't hear you.
Do you ever get your ears cleaned?
I think I may need to do that. Because it sounds like I'm underwater in my ear the whole time.
Yeah, go see an ENT.
Okay.
Just don't see the one that
I heard don't do the water one because it cleans it out too well, and then your ears feel weird, like kind of dried out, and
too
no
open.
wax, no, lube in there.
Oh, you didn't want to say it. You see Josh's face. He was like, "Ugh, lube in there." Well, she did talk about other orifices that you could use.
Now we have another excuse. Can't hear.
Yep.
No.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny. So, and that's like one of the weird quirks that people do. So for me, you may think it's gross, but like when I'm like sick with like sinus or like a cold or things like that.
A lot of mucus.
Yeah, I don't clean my ears during that period that I'm sick. I don't know. For me, I've always been scared of like ear infections. I've never had any that I'm aware of. If I did, maybe like as a super young child, but none as a child that I could remember. So I always feel like I just want to make sure, that things aren't draining into my ears. So I don't clean my ears while I'm sick.
Clogged
I want to keep them clogged so that nothing else comes through.
How that works, right?
I know, but I said it's kind of weird. It's a cork. Yeah.
Oh, you got a lot of those.
Just a little. Just 2.
Bring your toes in.
Just 2.
We will go down the list one day, you and I.
Just 2 little quirks.
You and I. Wait.
U-N-I-T-Y. That's a show I think they should come back out with. You know how they're doing a lot of like reboots of like old 90s shows? Living and Single, I think would be so cute.
Living in Single?
I said Living Single.
Oh, they're just Living in Single.
No, Living Single.
Oh, baby.
Well, that could be the new one. Living and Single.
No.
No? Because it's hard out here adulting. And then to be single.
But you're not single.
But I'm saying when I was, I'm sure it's hard. I wouldn't want to be single right now. I mean,
absolutely not.
It's well, look how I said that. If I was wanting to date, if I was single, I would be like, I'm good. I don't want to date.
So I don't like a lot of the reboots that are happening. Like I don't know if you know this, but I was a Charmed girl. I love Charmed.
Are they doing another? Oh, they did do another.
They did, and it was
not
like,
watching it.
You know how everyone has to be included. There was a Black, there was a Latina, there was a gay. There was different, and then one was adopted. They weren't really sisters or something like. Don't get me to lie.
They were like half sisters, weren't they?
Yeah, which is fine. And I'll tell you a story about the half siblings thing in a second. But which is fine. But it's like I get everyone wants like representation. Everyone needs to be included. Representation matters. I totally get that. But the way that things were happening during that time when this show got rebooted, it's like they were trying to meet a quota for everyone. And so now it's like, all right, this isn't how the show was. Like. Sex and the City, I think they started.
Can we talk about it?
Let's talk about it. I never watched the reboot yet.
Okay, so
didn't they call it? Isn't it called something like else now too? Yeah, and just like that. Like, what is that? Is that Sex and the City 2, or did something happen with that?
It's the after, because
after Sex and the City 2?
So after the movie Sex and the City 2, this is them doing we're not saying that this is Sex and the City anymore. We're calling it And Just Like That because it's not. I think that was them saying this is the next chapter, right? They're all in a different chapter, but they're still doing kind of similar things. It's still the similar. So I watched the first season of it because there's 3 seasons. The third one just ended, I think, last week?
So was the first season called And Just Like That, or was it called Back in the City or something? It was just called, and it was always called And Just Like That.
Yeah.
Okay. ...
Which is a continuation. Their reboot, same. But they've done the same thing. They've added in.
I'm sorry. I think I just saw like a commercial or trailer or something about that. And they were talking about Aiden. Didn't she marry Big?
Yeah. Do you want me to give you spoilers?
Yeah, because I still
Big died on a Peloton. And why I say that is because I'm
Were they
against...
trying to make it funny?
Well, I thought it was hilarious because I have a thing with like Peloton where I'm just like...
You hate Peloton.
Yes, death to Peloton. And that literally like solidified it to where people are just like, I'm not getting one. I'm like, great, good, sounds good to me.
Shane has a... and McKeever, they have a skit where he's on a bike. I don't know if it's a Peloton, but I think that was the one that I actually watched, and it was I have to show you. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah. So he dies on the Peloton within like the first whatever. But the reason why they killed him off, I don't think he was gonna do the show, but I think they killed him off because he was having a lot of Me Too allegations coming out against him, which I totally believe, honestly. Just some of the stories, it's just like you look at him, it's just like, yeah, that seemed about right. That seemed like something he would do. Because he seemed like he can be a creeper kind of a situation.
Okay.
So that was kind of the thing is just like, I think they may have already written it. And so because of those things, and it was a lot of people kind of coming out and saying, you know, things that he had done, like...
Because he's back in the mainstream? Or it's like...
Well, I think it was coming out before that, but also like because of that, you know, that people can be like, this is not okay. Like I need to say something. I don't know if it was anybody that had to do with, I think it was in his prime time of like Big and after that, where he had just done like some creepy shit kind of a situation, like sleazy boy stuff to these women.
Yeah.
And so with that, with the show, you know, especially when it's geared around women, you want to be very cognizant of that. And I mean, all of the media is doing that, right? When anything comes out, whether it's a male or a female or whomever, it's always just like, let's halt that person doing any type of production until we know what's going on before they make a decision about how they move forward.
I see that. I totally do. But like playing devil's advocate, what if like on the flip side, they're like, you guys ruined my career and stopped me from doing things and feeding my family because of an allegation that came up that wasn't even true?
But that's why I said a lot of them, what they're being cautious about is before they make a final decision to say you're completely out, it's just that it's like a suspension kind of a thing, right? Until everything is sorted out.
You can't suspend him if he did. You killed him off the show.
I think it was before they released it.
Oh.
And I think because of it,
they were like, all right, you got to go.
Yeah. So they killed him on a Peloton. Like
he had a heart attack.
Yes.
Okay.
On a Peloton. He died. Death to Peloton.
On a Peloton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Death to Peloton.
I think it was death to Big.
It was.
But then they sent her back to Aiden. She went back to Aiden.
I didn't watch that. I did see in like some of the second one or something like that. He came back into the mix because he's divorced. He's he's co-parenting with his ex-wife. She runs into him in the city somehow because he does the furniture stuff and things like that. And she's like, "Oh, you look good." And
Does he look good?
I think he looks good for Aiden, right? And then I always loved Aiden a little bit, but he was also annoying to me. The whole lumberjack thing was annoying.
Like
he was too sensitive for me.
When he broke down the wall in her apartment, he was doing too much for her to not be reciprocating in the beginning. Right? Was he the one who broke down the wall? Because
he does the construction or the restoration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She should be thankful that he was willing to be able to help her with that.
Yeah.
But I think it was just right. Like that was super. Like for him to do that.
Have you seen the show?
I hate her.
Oh, what is it? What part? The new one or the old school? What we're talking about?
The old school, and it just got worse with age.
I think they should have stopped.
Sarah Jessica Parker or Carrie Bradshaw?
Sarah Jessica Parker, whoever character she plays, I forgot her name.
Carrie.
But Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah,
okay, I got you.
I'm like, grow up, you selfish asshole.
Did you watch it by yourself or with Marissa?
With Marissa, then I got kicked out because
that's hilarious because of your commentary.
I'm just talking shit.
The whole time.
Love it. I blame her for my obsession with shoes. My first pair of shoes that I bought on my own, like quality shoes, were the Blue Manolo Blahniks that she had. Those were my first pair.
Oh, I love that. I always wanted them.
My godfather's like, "You're gonna take those back, right?" I said, "Huh?"
I bought them in black. I didn't get the blue. I wanted the blue, and I was just like, I'll do the black. It's more transitional for me, but I wanted the blue. But I was just like, I didn't. But yeah, those
are the ones I got. The classic ones where she had the episode where someone took her shoes. They had she had to take her shoes off at the kid. It was her friend had kids.
It wasn't those. It was, but I know it was a Jimmy Choo.
Oh, it was a Jimmy Choo.
It was a Jimmy Choo, and she was just
because
she didn't have kids, and she was like, "You made me take my shoes off at your house," which is totally fine. It's your house.
Yes,
but she was like, "But someone." First of all, why is someone taking my shoes shoes?
That part.
You know those weren't your shoes.
You know those weren't your shoes.
I saw all the shoes lined up in that episode, and those were not your shoes.
Those were not your shoes. And then why didn't you call your friends? And then why did you make me feel bad or put me down? You shouldn't be buying shoes like this. It's my fucking money.
It's my money. I'm not married. I don't have kids, and that's what I choose to do with my money.
You have no explanation. It doesn't matter if I'm not married. It does not matter if I don't have children. It's my money. I can do with my money as I see.
I think is what they are. The ones that you're talking about.
That episode made me mad.
I was pissed about that too. And then it was just like, and then she was just like, she sent her like a registry saying like, this is where I'm marrying myself. And so I did think it was funny.
Loved it.
But I did think it was funny that the friend came back and was just like, I hope you and yourself will be happy with one another, because she sent it to her like as a wedding present. I was like, that's perfect. But like,
I will be,
absolutely, she should have bought her new shoes.
Right off the rip. Should have been like, oh my goodness, let me make some phone calls. Let me see, hey, one of you guys may have accidentally taken my shoes. We know it wasn't an accident.
It was probably...
It was her. She took the shoes. No.
Sharon is a klepto, right? We know that bitch took those shoes. I just made up Sharon. But
I know you did, but I was, because in my head,
Carol?
I was like, I don't... Carol?
Maybe there was a Carol. There was a Carol in the show, I think, once.
You know who I loved? Samantha. I love how free she was. I love that she was older. I love that she didn't give a damn. I love how honest she was, and she was herself.
She was a boss bee.
She was a boss bee. I hate that they didn't bring her back.
Well, they didn't have a good relationship. They hated each other.
Parker, right?
Yeah, they hated each other.
Which is
they
crazy.
did bring her back briefly. And I thought that was really neat, is that they brought her back for like a scene in the second second part, the afterlife, I'll call it, that no one wants to watch. They brought her back in a scene saying like she was in Paris or somewhere like that, and Carrie was like calling her, because she was, so in this one, in part 2, she's always texting and calling her, and the girl never answers, like Samantha never answers. So then they have a scene where they like show her.
They made Samantha out to be the person that like just dropped the friendship.
I think they made it like, I don't know, kind of like they drifted apart because Samantha moved out of the country.
Samantha moved to LA and came back all the time to New York for everything.
I know, but I think she moved to like Paris or London in the new one, right?
With her young husband, with that young boy.
No, did they stay together? I think they.
I don't know. I need to watch it.
I can't remember. But no, don't watch this new one. It's a waste of time.
I'm not gonna watch it at all.
It was fucking boring.
When Sex and the City came out, I was too young to understand what was going on, so I didn't really watch it. I didn't watch Sex and the City until, because I remember one of the movies came out in college, and everyone's like, "This is so great." I was like, "Yeah, I can't wait to see it." Oh, I had no clue what I'd never seen the show.
Oh no,
I never understood it.
Did you get dressed up? Me and my friends got dressed up, and we went out.
Well, of course you did. You were old enough. I was not. And then. I mean, no, it didn't come out when I was in college. I was in high school.
I thought you just said it was college.
I don't remember. And so I finally watched it after college and watched all of it when it was like syndicated or like would come on like late night TV or something. I would watch it then, and that's how I started watching the show.
Well, I watched it when I wasn't supposed to be watching because we had premium channels in the house. And so, yeah, I would watch it all the time, and it was just like interesting, right? But yeah, I liked the show. I liked Carrie. I loved Carrie just because of like, I liked her whimsical style. My absolute favorite was Charlotte. Just because Charlotte is just like, I love Charlotte.
The cutie. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of a redhead. I'm like, what?
No.
Yes, I know. Wait, and so she's gay now all of a sudden, right?
Yes. She said yes. That's what happens in Just Like That. And the worst part is like in the first season, she has...
a husband and kids?
She still does, but she has intercourse in Carrie's kitchen with Carrie's pod co-host.
Carrie has a podcast?
She comes on someone else's podcast, but then they have a podcast together.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Can we...
So I liked Carrie because she was a writer, and I loved writing when I was a kid. So I loved that part about her. But my favorite out of the show when I was growing up was Charlotte. I just loved Charlotte. Like that was just like my type of thing.
Yeah, I love Charlotte.
Yeah, I love Charlotte because one, she was I love the writing, but I loved like artistic things. So the fact that she was into art, and I was really into art when I was a kid as well, and I wanted to do like art. Curation, things like that, or work in a museum or a gallery was one of the things that I wanted to do when I was younger too. So I just love that about her.
Shana.
Where is it? Where is it?
Shana.
Where is it? Is it on my head? It better not be on my shoulder. I'm allergic. Where is it? Is she fucking with me?
What are you talking about?
Shana.
Where is it?
There's nothing on you. I said that because I've wanted to open an art gallery for years, and I think that...
Thank y'all. When she said y'all be blessed.
I was so excited to hear that you like art galleries. I don't think we...
You looked at me, and she looked at me and was just like, don't move.
No, I didn't.
It was like a bug on me.
No. I went, and then when you went, where is it? I said, don't move. Then I got you. Because I could not take the bait. You set me up. You set yourself up. But no, Matt does not let me go.
I can feel it. Where is it?
You feel nothing but the Holy Ghost. Ooh. Matt doesn't let me go to galleries by myself because every time I go, I come back with like $10,000 worth of stuff. But he's like, take it back. I brought a whole bunch of art in the house. He didn't even notice it. He was like, one day he was like,
where did this come from?
No, he didn't. I was like, Matt, did you notice the new art? He was like, where? It's like, I'll wait for you to find out. So he went looking through the house. Is this it? No. Is this it? No. I love galleries. I want to open up a gallery, like not even for profit, just something that for artists, up and coming artists or people just to showcase their work. Whenever we travel to some, like whenever we're going with Matt anywhere, I'm always like, we got to find a gallery.
Local
I just want to
artists,
go.
yeah.
He's like, no more galleries. And the first thing I walk in, when we walk in, I go, do you ship? Like before I even
They always will. Yeah. They always will.
But yeah, go. Charlotte. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love Charlotte because of that. And then she was just very classic. And I love it and like polished. So I just like love that about her. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Charlotte was my absolute favorite. Charlotte is still my favorite, I would say, but I loved, because I am a Sag, right? I'm a free spirit. So I love that about like
free
Samantha.
Spirit with a wild heart.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were doing like your hand up again. I don't know if you got the Holy Ghost again.
No, the Holy Ghost is here.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, so I enjoyed that. But yeah, and just like that, and just like that, it fell flat is what it should be called.
I bet, because when you bring something back, it's like they try so hard to make it funny and hip and to keep up with the new age kids. So it's not about that. Your audience, your clientele before have grown with you, have aged with you. So keep that same energy you had before, because that's what got us to watch before. We're looking for the same thing. Stop trying to cater to the people that didn't even see the originals. Like, it's just not it. But Holy Ghost, I want to talk about church.
Okay. I'm listening.
I don't know what to say anymore. We've been going to church a lot.
That's
and
great.
I've been praying. I've prayed a lot in the past to get for the Lord to help me get back to, back to him, to get back to Christ, to back to where we were before, because we got so distant from the church. And I don't know if it was with moving. I don't know if with having kids. We just didn't take them because it was a lot and blah, 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 blah. But we're back here and we go to church every Sunday, especially when we're here. And it's just been great. The sermons have been great. The pastor's great. I really like Doug, and then I met Ethan. He was really, really nice. There's another one, but I don't think I know his name. But no, I know I don't know his name, but it's just the messages that are there, the people that are there, it's welcoming. One of my friends was like, oh, we don't go because it seems like it's more catered to the young generation. And I'm like, oh yeah, you can tell, but it's like this younger generation, I feel like they need Jesus. It's like, but it's nice seeing them come in ready for church. And the messages, like the last Sunday we went, the week before last, they were talking about what is the soul, like the mind, body, and spirit. And it just made me think of when I was younger and looking for a church home. I had a girlfriend who's a part of this big church, and they have different churches all over. And she told me to go to her church that was in Philly. Well, it wasn't Philly, it was in Delaware. But I went and they just trashed the body. Like, God doesn't care about your body. It's just a vessel. It's your soul. That's why he sends all these things to hurt your body so you can realize and remember it's your soul that's most important. And it's like he mentioned like
your body a temple,
like things like
Isn't
that.
Isn't body a temple?
That's what I thought. But they mentioned that. It's like, yes, because you're focusing on your body too much. The Lord will send that. The Lord would never send that. And I heard that and I ran out of that building.
I would
this
have
is not
absolutely
it.
done it.
But then at this church that I go to now, he's like, the soul is mind, body, spirit. It's all about it. He's like, you'll go to some churches that like this just negates the body. Like this is holding everything. And I felt when he said that, I felt my body just relax and become at ease. And I'm like, oh, this is where I'm meant to be. Like, And then my friend was telling me one time, she's like, oh, you need to get rebaptized. If you were baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, you're not baptized, right? You need to be baptized in the blood of Jesus. It needs to be in the blood of Jesus. I'm like, wait, what? And I thought that whole time, that I was like, oh my goodness, I'm living a sinner. I didn't do it properly. No, it's like, and then this church I go to, not once do they mention tithes or, and then like, they mentioned somewhere, it's like in the Bible, it never talks about a percentage. You give what you can and you can't what you can't, and like just move on. And I just like it. I feel happy there. I feel closer to Matt.
A church home.
I found a church home, and I am so happy. I found a home that I just want to give all my money to. Like I just want to donate because they need a bigger spot. They need a bigger place, and but they're overflow. They take care of you. Like I just really, really like it. You can really come as you are. And it's just great. It's just really nice. And it's like, I prayed for this and I know that this is what's happening. I'm just really happy. Would you like to come to church with me on not this Sunday, because we're not going to be here. Okay. Would you like to come to church with me on the Sunday? We drop the kids off in the play place.
You said Saturday?
Sunday.
Okay. I'm about to say,
I'll go to church on Saturday. I do what I got to do so I can pray later on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, we don't mind coming to church with you guys.
Yeah, we drop the kids off in the play area, and then afterwards they give you the scripture
play area? They don't have like or is it the kids?
Yeah, the kids club.
Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't
like the play area. Okay. Absolutely not.
Okay, I just didn't know. If they could have, because you said they do things differently.
Yeah, they do things differently as in you just come. And then on your first day you show up, you put your blinkers on, and then your blinkers, like your flashers. People call it four-ways. Yeah. And then they direct you right to the front.
Oh, because you're new.
Right in the front. You're new. Mm-hmm,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so nice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But yeah, they need a bigger spot. And I want to sit down and talk to them and be like, what are you guys looking for? Like, how much do you need? Because I would love to help. You just got to change it to the Brittany McCusker Church. And
okay. I was going to say something else.
Sorry. Ring the bell. I'm overcome. I'm not going
to read the bell when it comes to on Jesus or God. Mm-hmm. Sorry, there's no bell.
I love that. I love that. But yeah.
Yeah. I love to see that, because it really does. I think when you talked about last week about your cup being filled, or what do you do when you're on empty and you have nothing else to give?
And this is where I wanted to go with, and I stopped, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like, when we're talking about those times when you can, and it's just like, how do you continue to go? And I'm just like, I just keep going. It's, where's that extra burst of energy is coming from? Where's that extra push to allow you to keep being a person, a wife, a parent, a citizen, right? It's
a citizen.
Yeah. You got a citizen of the world, right? A person, functioning person, to do anything. But it's just like, that's where that extra strength comes from. And I guess that's what you're saying, where it comes from you. And when you have nothing left in that cup, right? That's when you know that the one person or the one being, I want to say that, but I don't know if I want to say being, the one source, the one source that you can be, that you can always get an unlimited refill of, and I won't go into the song.
It's the Lord.
Is the Lord.
Sing it. Or not.
I feel like the girl at the club who's been here too long.
Can't stand up. I should be gone, but I just can't get enough. Yeah.
I get like this after one too many, cause right now I don't even know what to say.
I love that song.
Never I
don't want to sound like a broken record, but until you say goodnight, all I know is that I'm done. We should just have karaoke
of breaks. Jesus. A refill of Jesus.
Whatever happened to Elle Varner? She was dating,
I think she's almost like a Carrie Hilson, where they do a lot of like, right. No, I was going to say like they do. Well, Carrie Hilson stopped because she wanted to focus in on her family.
I love that for her. People are saying, I'm stuck.
But also her big thing is what I was saying, I think she may be like that, is where Carrie Hilson was mostly a writer. So she wrote a lot. Yeah, she can sing really well. So she
live.
writes a lot of songs. And I think she ended up coming out with her own album.
I didn't know she was a writer.
Yeah, she writes a lot of songs. So I think she ended up coming out with, you know how like they'll come out with that and they do their own career. I think it's one of those type of things. And then I think she was still writing behind the scenes. And then she was focusing in on family.
I love that.
And then they're no longer together. So I know she's doing other projects and stuff now. And her kids are probably older. I don't know.
Elle or Carrie?
Carrie.
I asked, but I don't give a fuck about Carrie Hilson. What happened?
Oh, Elle, I don't know.
Varner?
I feel like, can you find out, Josh, what happened to her? I feel like it may have been one of those.
L-E-L-L-E.
Varner?
Varner. V-A-R.
Is it V or V-A?
L. Varner. Varner. V-R. Is it V-A-R-N-E-R or V-E-R?
Mm-hmm.
E-L-L-E. Varner.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit, you called me.
Yeah.
Twice.
El Varner.
It didn't come through.
It's okay. You don't love me.
I do.
She dated, what is that boy's name from Philly? That man's name.
Why do you say that?
What is his name?
Who?
The boy who's always yelling and crying in his songs.
Everybody always cry and yell.
I'm doing it. I'm fuck around with his song.
No idea who that is.
She's still touring.
Is she? Where? She got one album.
She's doing the Love Me Again tour.
She's gorgeous too.
Yeah, she is.
Nicki Minaj dated him.
Safari?
Not that boy. He's from Philly. You fuck around and get killed. No. My birthday so no. Forever go broke, I'ma take your money. What is his name? Josh!
I'm looking, it says a basketball player.
No, what is the one name from Philly? He signed to Rick Ross. He was My City, blah, blah, blah. It was like a big thing. He's from North Philly. What is his name? He dated Nicki Minaj too. Philly rappers. I'm about to get pissed off.
Do you have a song?
Yeah, I was just saying it. Y'all about to piss me off.
Maybe you should Shazam yourself.
Oh, yeah. Iman.
What is his name?
He's saying the name.
Iman Schubert.
No, that's the basketball
That's
player.
basketball player.
Wait, she dated him too?
She did date Schubert. Really?
Yeah, they
I
did
didn't know
it in
that.
2013.
Iman?
Not Mac Miller. What is his name? The rapper. Type in Philly rapper signed to Rick Ross. I'm about to lose my mind. I cannot believe I can't think of his name right now. This is taking up time. I gotta go to meet the parents and back to school.
Mill?
Meek Mill. There we go.
Okay.
That one. She dated Meek Mill.
Diddy?
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
He was.
Him and Diddy be diddling is what's the thing, right?
Well, there was an audio tape of the action, and it'll scar you.
There's a videotape of the
No,
what?
audio.
Audio tape of the what?
Of Diddy
Diddling Meek Mills.
What do you mean diddling him? What did he do? Tell me.
Orifices.
Yeah.
Oh, diddling. What did,
with parts.
and you said it was scarmy? Was he screaming?
Yeah.
He was in pain?
Yeah.
Did he say stop, get off me in the video?
No. Yeah.
Was it like sing type of?
like prison.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
Play the track.
No. Why would he let him diddle him? Maybe he was drugged.
Maybe
Didn't
it's
he
a
drug him?
Yeah, it was in the baby oil apparently.
Oh shit.
So it was soaked up through the skin?
Yeah.
The epidermis? Epidermis.
Yeah, the epidermis. So
I feel good.
so he drugs the baby oil?
Yeah, that was the rumor that he was putting the drugs in. the
Allegedly.
baby oil, allegedly.
But help me understand. Okay, if you're putting drugs in the baby oil, but how does someone?
It's like a patch. How you put like a patch on you and there's drugs. It's probably like
Yeah, but
up
how
through touch.
is he just squirting people with baby oil and it's just like, now I'm going to diddle you? That's what I'm trying to
at the end
understand.
of the party, it's like, all right, now it's the party. Everybody put on your baby oil.
Everyone has to do it. It's just a part of the rules, or you gotta go.
So that's what the whole baby oil thing is
And that's
about.
probably
I thought
why
it
he
was
has
just
so
his
much.
thing that he likes to use. So he puts drugs in it that absorbs into the skin.
Yeah.
And he diddled him.
Yeah.
That's what the rumor is.
Poor thing.
Maybe that's why he went so silent during all this time, because he was the loudest boy in the room. Like, I run my city, Philly, blah, 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 blah.
Well, he got.
I
I'm
don't
sorry
know.
to hear that.
That is sad. It's very sad. I think we should
did you
just
see
stop
the
right now and go
Halloween
home.
thing about where they had a face of Diddy and baby oil as a costume?
Oh,
Okay.
I hope you didn't have the camera on me. I just blew a snot bubble. Excuse me. Can you handle this on your own?
Sure. So I was. Oh, that's so. Oh,
That one and Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny one was worse.
he got diddled too
That allegedly.
by Diddy.
Yeah, and he's
I can see that.
crying in the tape.
Oh,
Yeah. It was just, oh.
this man is a monster.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
He's disgusting.
It's a power dynamic.
It is. It's all about power. It's not about the action. It's the action because I can.
Yes.
Because I can dominate. It's all about domination and letting you know who. Well, it's not on the table, but it is.
Yeah.
But it's just like I can do whatever I want.
Are we talking about
to
BDSM?
anybody?
I love BDSM.
And we're back.
I love BDSM. Are we talking about BDSM? I love role playing. I'll come in the room and go, Matthew, look at me. Get naked now. You have 2 minutes.
Does he do it?
He goes, don't talk to me like that. I don't like doing that shit. I say, do you want this? He goes, bro, I can do without. I say, get on your knees. He's like, stop. I'm not doing it. And then he'll just laugh and go, yeah.
And he'll do it?
Like, he'll just shake his head up, and then I'll like try to put like my heel on his forehead. He's like, yo,
Get your fucking feet
knock
off
it
my
the fuck
face.
out. I'm like, come on, babe, play along. He says, why do you get to be the dominant one? Why I gotta be submissive? I goes, shut the fuck up. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm back.
When we were dating, I think I was more adventurous. Victor would probably say. I tried once of like trying to do one of those type of role play type of situation, and
Love
he's just like, "What are
role-play.
you doing?"
Oh, they ruined
Yeah,
it.
he does. He was just like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "No, it's something." He was just like, "Okay, but your name is Shana."
No, what does he call you? Shaniqua?
I
Shaquana.
can't remember. Yeah, Shaquana.
Shaquana.
I don't know.
You
Whatever.
can't remember, but you answer to it.
I stopped. Well,
Since when?
He's been gone a lot, so I don't have to hear it as often. So it's been really nice until he came home yesterday, and I was like, "Ooh, so
I'm not
soon."
dealing with y'all.
So soon. I don't. And then I think, so our more role play is like role play, kind of like when we're out kind of a thing. The few occasions that we have gone on, and it's just like pretend that we don't know each other kind of a thing. And it's just like, kind of come up, and it was just like, hey, because that's fun. That's kind of my thing. So we'll do that. And it's just like, a different name or something like that. And it's just like, hi, I'm Carrie.
I love that. I'm going to try that one time.
Yeah, we do that at the bar, and it's just like, excuse me, I'm with him. Or like, I'll like, because there'll be a guy next to me, I'm just like, oh no, I'm waiting for someone kind of a thing. And then someone comes, I was like, excuse me, I was saving this for someone.
Oh, you
And
know
it's
what
just
that
like,
reminds me of?
What?
Gossip Girl, when Chuck and Blair would play their games. Did you ever watch Gossip Girl? All right. I think that's another thing they remade or brought back, and I was like, I'm not doing this. You have to. So I watched Gossip Girl when I was in high school. And then I didn't understand some of the things that they talked about. Now I watch it as an adult, and I'm like, oh, Belmont, I know what that is. That's a dress. Like, I don't even know, even as an adult, if I would have known. I think it's tax bracket. I don't know.
Oh,
like,
okay, I'm just like,
things is like differently now. Yeah.
And now
Like,
all it
are
is.
those last season Tory Burch sandals? I had no
That's
idea what that
hilarious.
was. Like, I listened to it
But
now, like,
now
oh.
all the kids will know that.
Which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, all the kids will know that now.
Yeah.
Just because of like social media and exposure, right? Because all those, like, it's more out there in like every day. Even though it was before, but just more so like
It
for
was
all
up there.
ranges.
Exactly.
Right.
But it also depends on where you were in society, like New York, Upper East Side kind of thing, Upper West Side.
Then it's typical. But yeah, I think, people are knowing what that is, whether you're from, the east side of Austin or, MLK in Atlanta,
Kansas.
or, Bank, what is it,
Mobile, Alabama.
or Mobile, Alabama. They all know what it is. So yeah, I think that's, the generation is just very different. That's why I say I would never want to be like in high school right now.
Oh no. There was, my aunt told me about, they're in Westlake though. Cause like, you remember we were originally looking for homes in Westlake, but because of the school districts, but thank God they were just mean to me over there for no reason. She was telling me about her neighbor's friend or a kid that got shamed or made fun of because she didn't have a Stanley Cup and she was in kindergarten. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? I wish.
Yeah, it's very different over there. I had heard from when we interviewed one of the nannies, because we looked at moving over to Westlake because we started at one of the daycares over there at Westlake. Yeah, and I just it was there. Terrytown is where I wanted to be, and so
it's nothing but old politicians, older people,
and it was central,
and it's central, and they had really good elementary schools.
Yes, and that's what I enjoyed about it. And then the cute little park. So I was just like, Terrytown's our sweet spot.
Matthew McConaughey lives over there.
Westlake Hills is what I was just like is a good sweet spot for us too, where we can stop. So we were looking in that area. It was just like we were looking for, even though it is older homes, we were waiting for those like pocket listings where it was the old homes that they tore down and make like new ones. But a lot of those that they were doing that for were people who already owned the home.
Yes.
So it wasn't much like real estate that wasn't already old and the footprint was ranch style or whatever it was. And we wanted like a split level home and all this other stuff. Anyways, and so we went out further west, like Lakeway. And we were looking out there. It's just so far. It's so far from everything.
I don't like being that far from the city.
And we don't. And we're thinking to ourselves, like, most of the things we do are in town or in the domain area. And it's just like to get there. And then especially because he travels so much and, airport.
You need to be at the airport. And that's where we live. It
was like, it's way too far. So yeah, we didn't. And then we also just like heard a lot of stories about, like bullying and things that were happening and things like that. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like a different lifestyle, and you would have to kind of get acclimated to being out there because you're out there. And so I would need to have everything I need that's out there because I won't be able to go.
You would be. It'd be just a trek. It'll be your whole day just to get there.
And I don't want to do that.
So question, you say everything you need. Switching gears here, but also like staying on track with the whole, the question for you. What does it mean to be a wife?
Ooh, wrong person to ask.
I know. I'm 110% aware.
You do not want my answer.
I asked that because there was one time, I don't know where we were in Philly. We were still living in Philly, and I don't know what was happening. But Matt said to me, he was like, I don't think you know how to be a wife.
Victor says it to me.
Says? Oh, no, Matt said it to me once before. And
I said, you don't know what it is to be a husband.
Okay, well, here we go. Matt said, I don't think you know what it means to be a wife. And then I looked at him and it hurt my feelings really, really bad. And I was like, what do you mean? Tell me what it means. He was like, I can't tell you. I'm not a wife. I'm your husband. I was like, so then how are you able to tell me that you don't think I know what it means to be a wife then? And it hurt my feelings. And I cried and I called like my aunts who've been married for like 30 years. I even spoke to his mother and I asked her and like, she gave me some advice. She was like, I don't want to get involved in it. I said, well, you made this human being and I'm suffering because of what you did. So come on, help me out here. And she talked to me about some things. And the person I never went to was my mother, because I feel like the examples I have from my mom, my auntie, my grandma, the 3 women that were there for me, like they all got divorced. And I feel like it would be the blind leading the blind. And I don't think I knew how to be a wife at the time.
Pregunta.
Yeah.
So you would think because they are divorced that they wouldn't have good insight to be able to share with you? Because I feel like you can get really good advice still, even though that they're no longer together. Because
what they should have, could have, would have done, right?
What they should have, could have done, and not necessarily that it was on their end, because I don't know the situation, but I'm saying regardless of who the person is that they can still give you really good, like, not guidance, because I don't want to, you shouldn't get guidance from anyone, right? That should come from you because your relationship is advice, right? Or, from their experience, because I think they can give you helpful experience of like, these are the things that I noticed, or these are the things that I would have changed, or, whether it was a good relationship or a bad relationship on their side or the other side, or just both, but, be watchful of these things or do more of this. Like we did have really good time because we both valued this in our relationship. So make sure you guys, whatever you value most, you hold dear to that kind of thing. I still feel like you can, but I do understand what you're saying. You want to be able to get good advice from someone who has long-term strengthened relationships, marriages.
Exactly. So to answer that question, no, I didn't feel like I can get the advice from them because I didn't feel like they held themselves accountable to what they did on the end. So at that point, so it's like, especially when you're so used to dealing with people who don't think they're doing anything wrong or don't apologize for anything, it's like, or I don't feel like I can even come to them because they will make me feel comfortable coming to them or make me feel like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. How do you feel versus, well, you need to do this. I know what to, you're not going to listen. But I didn't feel comfortable enough.
Okay.
Like to even go to them. And it's like, so he said that this was years ago also. This was a lot of years ago. But seriously, question, what does it mean to be a wife to you? What does that mean?
I think that write with anything. I'm very much like an independent thinker, and I don't like to go by any type of script or guidance.
So what does
it
mean to you to be a wife?
For me personally, I don't know. It's a really hard question to be able
to.
It's really hard to be able to answer. I think
without sounding old school or
whatever,
or
right?
too feministic.
I think my idea of what I thought it was to be a wife is very different from the actions of wifehood that I do.
Well, then I'll answer. For me, being a wife means making sure everything is running smoothly in the nurturing section, to make sure the kids have everything they need, to make sure my husband has everything he needs, to take care, to provide, and to make sure that I am there. I'm present mentally and emotionally for whatever comes the way. Physically, I feel like my husband needs to be present for that. Physically, I'm not taking out the trash. Like little simple things, like the old school things. Like I'm not touching the trash. I'm just not. I think it's disgusting. I shouldn't get dirty. But I will make sure his clothes are washed, whether I'm doing it or delegating somebody to do it. Like I'll make sure there's food on the table, whether I'm doing it or delegating someone to do it. I'll make sure the checklist is done for the day. Like simple things like that, not going deep into it. But I also think it also means making sure your husband's okay mentally. Like talking to him, going through the day, like helping him figure certain things out. Because there's a time, men are just different. Y'all are different.
Okay.
Okay.
Josh is like, okay.
So it's like being there to pick up where being a wife is picking up where your family lacks and making sure those holes are filled, and being present mentally and emotionally to take on the things to help fix things that are mentally emotional. Like now physically, I feel like that's more your husband. But also, I think it's for the husband to step in and be rational when the woman isn't. But I think it's also fair for the woman to step in and be rational when the man isn't. So I think literally being a wife means picking up where your partner leaves off.
Yeah, that's the partnership of it, right?
Yeah, that's the partnership.
It's just making sure that you're being a good partner, and it's you are, right? Where one is lacking, you pick it up so that you're all balanced, that the family, everything is still running smoothly without a hitch. Kind of, that's where it comes into having
that's a partnership. That's being a partner.
That's being a great partner
exactly.
when everybody is equaling out. And that's when your cup is all the way down here and you're trying to fill everybody else back up, and you have one drop of water left in your cup.
Then you call on Jesus. But I don't think it should be, that's what it means to be a wife. I think that's what it means to be a partner. But it's like men and women are different. We are built differently. And it's not one size fits all. It's not a generalization, but it's like, for what I know, Matt lacks in certain instances, and then I lack in certain instances, and he can come in and do this. Like, I just think it's not on one size fits all, and it's based on the household.
Absolutely. It's based on the relationship, right?
It's based on the relationship. The household, the relationship. Yeah,
the
exactly.
household and the relationship, both. Yeah. How the household is run or how you do things, as well as how your relationship is and what you guys have decided or haven't verbally decided, right? But it just happens. Like, this is what I do, this is what he does, kind of situation. But yeah, and I think, in some instances, a lot of times, even in really well-oiled machine partnerships, there needs to be kind of a recalibration, right? Like,
I agree.
Let's sit back down.
That's the MDMA.
Let's sit down. Let's figure out kind of what's working, what's not, especially with, your kids getting older, right? Going into school and things like that, like how things are changing and how things are shifting as far as schedules are concerned, as well as whether it's with his travel, as well as that, like with work and with your business and all those things. Like it's just a lot of like, these are the new, things that were being juggled. We need to now like reassess how things are being done, like how we're working as a unit. Unless you said that you guys kind of have that, but I always think it's really good to kind of come back to do that, because it's hard to do it in the moment, because you're like, we don't have time to stop to have that conversation, and it just needs to get done. And that's when you go back on empty again, and you're just like running low, and it just doesn't, until you're just like, we just need to stop, or either you're on a side of the road because your battery stopped because you got a Tesla.
Speaking of Tesla, have you seen those stickers on the back, the anti-Elon Musk Club?
I love seeing the stickers. I don't get to read them all.
I see that shit and I'm like, you dumbass. Like, so before you were so pro when people were so against his stuff, but then when he got in with the president, and then now it's like, okay, so you can't be anti-Elon Musk if you you can be, but you bought the Tesla. Like, let it go. Like,
I think
let
they're
it
saying
go.
it in a sense of like, I like my Tesla. I like it because of what it does. I didn't necessarily buy my Tesla because of Elon, but I'm just letting you know I'm not a fan of Elon.
Yes, but they only started doing that stuff when he was in the White House with Trump, with President Trump. Like, my thing is like, bro, people just shut up. Everyone just shut up and just pay your taxes, go along with your life, drink water, and be nice to everybody. That's it.
Well, everyone's not being nice. That's why they can't.
And that's the problem. If people just stopped and just took a second and just got out their own heads and stopped worrying about themselves and just what I've started doing, Matt taught me this, like, think about what could you do for someone else. Don't think about yourself every day. Think about what can I do to make somebody else happy, and then everything else falls into place. And I've started doing that. I've just started being like, I'm okay. All my needs are met. I'm fine. The rest of it's just me being greedy and just being self-centered. I've stopped doing that and said, what can I do to make somebody else happy? And I've been so much happier. Like, just, I don't know. Girl, don't get me started.
Okay.
It's called practicing gratitude.
Huh?
That's called practicing gratitude.
He got to you too, huh?
Well, no, I've been doing that for a while. Practice gratitude.
Have you?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you do? I do love your calm demeanor.
Me and
What's your
Marissa
sign?
Virgo.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know much about Virgos. Your birthday's coming up.
Yes.
September.
October 30th.
Oh, you're an October Virgo. Maybe that's the difference.
August 30th.
I'm about to say, I was like, that's another.
That's a Libra.
No, a Libra is, my baby's the last of the Libras.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. So
40.
you're an August. 40? You're turning 40? You old fart.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's the difference. I only know September Virgos, and they're all women, and they're mean.
Okay,
so this is.
So you're the 30th.
Yeah.
My mom is my mom's a Leo lioness.
Mean. What are we doing for your birthday?
Ooh. I wasn't going to do anything.
You're turning 40.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a big birthday.
Yeah.
That's the next milestone to where you're like, ooh.
I'm not thinking about him. I got a text message to send.
I'm scared to turn 40.
Why?
Because when I was in CCD, it's a Catholic thing where you go on like Sundays and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was this teacher who was subbing, and she was trying to say, hey, you should live a long, simple life until you're 80 instead of trying to do all the things you want to do in life and then you die at 40. Wouldn't that be better? And all the students are like, yeah. And I go, no. I go, that means you didn't live. You just stayed alive.
And that's the thing. You want to live and not simply exist.
Exactly. And she got mad and she goes, well, then you will die at 40.
Oh, no. So that was freaked out. Wait, and it scarred you.
At 13, yeah.
13, he's still scarred. Bro,
you owe Josh a hug today. He needs a hug today.
What?
A hug from me? Maybe we can do like a half hugsies. Well, we got to start slow. We can't go in like full hug. If we, side hug. So for everyone, me and Josh have only
y'all be blessed.
knuckled it up or pound. What do you call this? We've only done that. That's how fist pumped. That's how him and I greet each other. So today, everyone, we will side hug it like a church. So here we go. Thank you guys for tuning in today to Genuine B.S. with Brittany and Shana. While she does the hammer time. There you go. At first, I thought we were going to be doing Vanilla Ice there for a second. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you next time. And let us know what you guys think about what a wife means to you as well.
Men and women. I want to hear, what does it mean to be a wife?
What is a good partner?
What is a good partner?
What is a good partner? What does that mean? Whether you're in a relationship, long-term, poly, whatever it is. What does that look like for you? Just because you brought it up before, Brittany.
I'm about to turn the cameras off.
All right. Thank you guys. See y'all later.